Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles 4. So I just took some time to go and do a couple of the skirmishes to get some more money. The skirmishes are interesting because I thought they were just redoing the missions, but they're just taking the same maps and giving you a different objective, namely capture the enemy base. They're not normally very difficult, from what I can tell. Maybe they were if I did the skirmish right after I did the mission, but I'm so over-leveled for the skirmish that I can just run past everything. But it did give me some more money and experience, which is what I was trying to do. So let's check out the mess hall real quick.
Hey Minerva, you alright? It's not like you to leave your food untouched.
Oh, Claude, good timing. Here, take my bread.
What? You're not gonna eat it? Well, if you insist. Ow! This isn't bread, it's a rock!
It's bread, all right, and it's all we've got today. Now do you see the problem?
I suggested we quit while we're ahead, but Lieutenant Victor insists that we clean our plates regardless.
But of course, balanced nutrition is part and parcel with a knightly code of conduct.
Well, at this rate, you'll be the knights with no teeth. Wonder if it's softer on the inside. I know! I'll break it open with a wrench! Nuts! I thought if there was just one weak spot, I could crack the whole thing open.
This sounds like an order we could get.
No weaknesses. This role has better defenses than the Federation itself.
How can I slice up the Empire if I can't at least manage to break bread? You're toast, you loathsome loaf!
Rise to the challenge, Lieutenant Victor. You mustn't give up.
Huh. If soft spots are encrusted with armor, even a humble loaf of bread can become unbreakable. It reminds me of tanks.
You're welcome?
I'm sure this day of voice acting was fun. Fortify all armor. Thing is I don't normally have a whole lot of armor out in the field, so I don't know how useful this will be, but maybe it will.
A fine idea. Perhaps the greatest since sliced bread.
Oh, you jest. Anyway.
Oh.
I figured this would help since I'm having trouble getting enough money to get all the things I'm wanting to get lately. Although, I'm now, instead of just buying everything, I'm now kind of focusing on getting the things I want. So that's helping a little bit. Alright, so, welcome back, guys. Like I said, did a little bit of skirmishes. They don't get you a ton of money, but they get you enough. And I bet if I did all of them, because I still have 4 more to do, I bet I'd get a little bit more money, because the later ones, the harder ones, so to speak, get you more money. So anyway, let's head back to chapter, right. And let's get started with today's story. Right, the whole atom bomb thing.
Yes. How could anything be so perfectly, achingly beautiful? It's heaven's light. The light of creation. An earthborn sun, crafted by human hands. A beacon of hope to light the path of mankind. You've done it, Al. Albert Miller, my dearest friend. Your final gift, this great Promethean fire you left behind, will change the world!
See, your lips and your face didn't, or your voice didn't exactly match. Right there.
No. I am the one who will change this world. As Al's friend, it is my privilege, my right. Yes, I will be the one to finally grant your wish. Only I ever truly understood you, Al. I was your friend, and so I work in your stead. I will see it done.
And you're really painting yourself as the bad guy right here.
Angie. Why?
Why'd you have to go and be an engine?
Huh? That wasn't there before. Is that a letter? This handwriting.
I took time before I decided to climb in the engine to write, you know, I don't know, a couple pages of text. That's the reason why we almost died. And she used the special stationery that she got.
What did you say this ship's running on?
It's running on small girl power.
It's running on her. What? The hell's that supposed to mean? Angie's just a little girl. What do you mean she's powering the ship? It's not just the Centurion. The Cavalier, the Comet. All the ships were the same. Our ship runs on Angie's power. The power of the Valkyria.
And now that you all know this, you will have to die for spreading state secrets. Oh yeah, what happened to the captain? Is he dead? Or did he survive that? I guess he's probably not dead.
Valkyria?
If he's not in the morgue and he's sitting in a hospital bed.
Yes. The main reactor is fueled by a Valkyria. Each ship was assigned one. On paper, they're civilian contractors. And the one assigned to the Centurion is named Angie. Angelica Farnaby.
Wait, hold on. Just what is a Valkyria? I heard they're descendants of the ancient Valkyr, who protected this land a long time ago. I've already been told that the Empire's weaponizing them, and that the Winter Witch is one specialized for combat. But you're saying the Federation has their own Valkyria? Not even as weapons, but as living batteries?
That's correct.
Yeah, that sounds pretty bad, but yeah.
Modified to act as a power source. By exposing herself to Ragnite, she can generate energy far beyond conventional compression. She alone can produce enough energy to power this entire cruiser.
That's why the restricted area was so heavily guarded.
By heavily guarded, we put a fence around it and said don't go in.
You're using a human being. You locked a little girl in the reactor of a military ship.
Claude, she volunteered for this. She signed a waiver agreeing that she and her life belong to the military.
There's no way that could be legitimate.
On the contrary, it's a legally binding contract, just like the one you signed when you enlisted. It was an accident that she left the main reactor and met you all, and suffered amnesia at that. But once she remembered her duty, she returned to the main reactor of her own volition.
How is this even possible?
She and all the others volunteered for this initiative. They're doing whatever they can for their homeland.
But both the Cavalier and the Comet are gone.
Indeed. Valkyria's fates are tied to their ships. They knew the risks. The immense propulsion power of the snow cruisers would be unattainable without Valkyrian support. And Operation Cygnus is impossible without these ships. This plan has been in the works for a long time.
I knew it. This was already being prepared even before Operation Northern Cross.
Correct. The United States of Vinland developed these ships and their tech. They are the hidden orchestrators of Cygnus.
This is insane. How
United
deep
States
does
of
this rabbit
Vinland?
hole go?
Are you going to abandon the mission, then? Would you betray your allies just to take the moral high ground?
Betray my allies?
For every day we move forward on the Crystal Sea, our allies on land are retreating from the Empire. As we speak, the Federation's death toll keeps on growing. Operation Northern Cross is a lost cause. The Cygnus fleet is the only hope we have of ending this war. And here we are, 2 days from the Imperial capital. 3 at most, even with combat.
Then, you plan on storming the enemy's capital with Angie still hooked up to the main reactor.
That's correct. Claude, do you believe the captain will wake up from this?
I don't know. I can only hope so.
We'll need a decision. Soon. Who else could make that call without being swayed by emotion? Please, Captain. We need you to wake up.
So, like, she's got a little window in there, right? Can we just, I don't know, wave at her or something? Show her some pictures? Anything, really.
That little girl was moving the ship? All this time it was her? Huh. What is this shit? Is this supposed to be a joke?
She was smiling.
Huh?
Angie, she was smiling. She said she had to go back to where she belonged. Then the door closed, and she was locked inside. She was looking at me until the main reactor came on. She was smiling the whole time.
You think she wanted this?
I think she wanted to save us. And that was the only way.
But she's just a goddamn kid! We're using this child as a tool of war?
Read this.
To my favorite big sis Riley. First, I want to say I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you what I really am, but I just couldn't. When I got on this ship, I signed a piece of paper. It had a lot of big words, but it said the military would take care of my family after I'm gone. After that, I drank some medicine, and it tasted really bad, and I got really sleepy. And then I was in the Forbidden Sector, and the whole time I was in there, I was dreaming. It was a really scary dream. Lots of people were fighting. They got hurt and died. So when I woke up, and I met all of you, and everyone was so kind to me, I've never felt happier in my life. Even though there's a war going on outside, the ship is like a really big house with a really big family. But I have a family back home, too. There's my papa, and one little sister, and 2 little brothers. Papa just drinks all day and doesn't go to work. That's why we didn't have any money. But then men in uniforms came to my village. They told us to take an aptitude test. And that's how I learned I could be a Valkyria. I could be useful. So I made a promise with the soldiers. They'd give Papa money and help my sister and brothers go to school. And in return, I'd go away on this ship.
What?
To tell you the truth, I really didn't want to do it. I wanted to stay home with my family. But if I didn't help, they told me a lot of happy families would be sad, and lots of people might get hurt. They said it was my duty to help, so I decided it was the right thing to do.
Duty.
But you know what? I actually kinda liked being here. I think I learned something from everybody on the ship. I learned what it means to protect someone you love. And I learned why this war has to end. So I'm going back to the place where I belong.
And then I turned into a nuclear reactor.
I'm really proud that I could help protect everyone. Thank you, Riley. And tell everyone else thanks, too. Goodbye.
Holy shit! What the hell is this? Claude, this operation's over. We're taking Angie and we're getting the hell out of here!
If we do that, this ship will stop dead in its tracks. They'd never make it to the Imperial capital.
You think I give a shit? What the hell kind of victory is worth killing an innocent girl? Riley, you feel the same way, right? Oh, come on, Kai, say something!
I think I finally see why my brother left the Federation.
Forsetti. He knew about this?
He always avoided saying anything outright. All he'd tell me is that the Federation had been twisted.
Yeah, after seeing this shit, I'd say the same thing! I can't take this! You see what they've done to her?
I know. It's unforgivable, but...
Kai?
But in this moment, all I know for sure is that Angie is fighting harder than any of us.
Angie wants peace. She chose this path herself. She's fighting her own battle, her own war, in the blue fires of that reactor. All we can do for her now is fight at her side.
An attack!
Now the emotional moment is over.
Couldn't even give us time to think, huh? Come on, let's go!
Preparations complete. I'm heading out.
Riley, wait! You know Ragnite better than anyone, so I need to ask you something. That explosion that came from the Cavalier, was it... Did that explosion come from the main reactor?
The reactor's energy output is hundreds of times beyond whatever we could achieve through standard compression. But even with that kind of power, I don't know if it would trigger a chain reaction as massive as the one we saw. Look, I'm sure I could give you an answer if I had time to analyze the data. But I'm sorry, I'd really rather not think about all that right now.
No, I'm sorry. I was being insensitive. The squad we're up against is probably the one we fought before, led by the black-plated tank. I know you've got a lot on your mind, so for now, let's just focus on winning this battle.
Got it.
And somehow you didn't die even though we've blown up your tank like 3 times. Maybe this'll be the time.
Who'd have thought HQ would personally request the Ausbruch for this assignment?
That massive explosion probably got the top brass panicking.
Can't blame him. If one of those things went off inside the capital...
Oh, whoops. Yeah, maybe that's the goal of getting the ship to the capital.
If it's gotta explode, make it happen on the Crystal Sea, far away from the capital. HQ's orders.
So we're the expendable pawns again, huh?
Not if I have anything to say about it. Chromaria's heading for the enemy ship from the other side. We'll distract it from the front, and she'll destroy it.
Destroy? If I recall, Belgar and Agent Forsetti seem pretty intent on capturing that ship in one piece.
Not happening. We are sinking that thing. Orders be damned. Some things just can't be allowed to exist.
Huh? Well, destruction's fine by me. I'm just hoping one of our shots doesn't set the damn thing off, sir.
No worries. Chromaria's gotten better with her power. She's more stable now. She won't lose control. I'll look after her.
Yeah, whatever you say, lover boy.
Anyway, thanks to HQ's meddling, we're finally out of Doc Belgar's jurisdiction. Once we're done here, I think it's time for us to take a nice, long vacation.
To be honest, I was terrified of that Winter Witch when I first saw her. Maybe it's just me, but ever since she met you, she's gotten more approachable, more human. She's been acting, dare I say, cuter. I understand why you'd want to protect her, sir.
You might find she's a little too hot for you to handle.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not making a move on her. Got enough enemies without you trying to kill me, too.
That silhouette.
Lieutenant Colonel Volts, the enemy ship's been sighted. We're moving at full speed to engage.
This is it. My soulmate and I get to have one last dance. I will protect the capital. My men, my motherland, and the woman I love. I'll protect them all.
So I guess this probably is the final fight. At least against this guy, anyway.
Let's review the mission info, shall we?
Captain Wallace was sorting from the ship to engage the enemy on the Crystal Sea. Our target is the enemy commander's tank. Unfortunately, the explosion of the Cavalier is causing the ice shelf to start breaking. Cracked ice may seem like sure footing, but another explosion could destroy it. And judging from our previous encounters, the Valkyria shouldn't be too far off. Their strategies are bound to be different from our last encounter. Be careful. So, we've got to destroy the enemy tank to win. Again. I've got a feeling this one's going to be kind of hard. And I kind of feel like we shouldn't be driving tanks on this breaking ice. Oh, no, not yet. Hold on. Let's get some units in here.
You'd better keep up. Here?
Lock and load!
So, the usual assortment of people.
My turn.
Let's get... let's see.
Alright, here we... Let's rough them up! Here I go.
We're gonna try this and see how it goes. I don't think another tank's gonna be helpful. It might just be more of a liability. But you know what? We're gonna do it anyway.
Onward to victory.
Let's just see how that goes.
It won't be easy, but I have faith in you. Commence operations.
We're closing in on the Imperial capital. Keep going, no matter what. Squad E, move out!
This is untenable. The ice field's practically shattered. There's cracks everywhere.
It must have been the Cavalier. The shockwave did all this.
And the heat thinned out the ice. The infantry should be all right, but I don't know about our vehicles.
It
Yeah.
looks like it can take the weight of a tank, but we should still be careful out here.
Claude, they're here. It's that black tank again.
Those assholes again. Come on, let's settle this once and for all.
Yeah,
Watch out! It's the Valkyria!
They're just sending her out from the start. Guess they're done playing around. It's going to be a full assault.
So it's a pincer attack. This might get messy.
So do we have, like, any strategy whatsoever? So last time we relied on sending units above to attack his thing, his little, radiator. I'm thinking we probably need to do something similar now, but I'm not exactly sure what we can do. Now, as for the cracked ice bit, this looks cracked, these little sections. I don't know if they are. There's also little red cutout sections. I don't know what those are either. And I think the only way we're going to figure out anything is if we start moving.
I got this.
Keep firing!
Got enemies here.
So I think this is those little alcoves.
Incoming!
Eat lead!
Well, anyway, For the safety of our tanks, we should... Wow. Great. We should probably try to get rid of this Lancer.
Here comes the pain! I'm a one-man army!
You've got to break!
Eat, Blade! Your own damn fault!
Target eliminated. Keep up the good work.
Chimera, of course, is going to be very dangerous. So there's some passageways that we can't take a tank through. That was a little alcove. Maybe the alcoves are useful so we can hide a tank in?
Let's go.
Let's try it out real quick. That, I'm assuming, is like a weak section.
Now!
Falling back!
Doesn't really seem like a tank can go in there, but there's gotta be a reason for that. Maybe a way to hide from Chimera with our foot soldiers? Alright, let's start moving some people away from here.
I'll give it a shot.
Let's move some of our weaker units.
Watch my
We
back.
can't let them reach the
Lead
capital.
the way.
This ends here.
Watch my back.
Back to back.
Please confirm the enemy's position.
We're gonna go in this side tunnel over here. I'm not exactly
How the hell
sure.
did this happened to the Crystal Sea?
Oh, thin ice. On the Crystal Sea, stretches of thin ice have become cracked and unstable. Infantry can pass over that issue, but explosives may still break the ice. If any thin ice is broken over water, any unit's position on top of it will be forced to retreat at once. Right, so this is most assuredly thin ice. So I can potentially use this to my advantage and take out an enemy unit. What's that? That is a heavy tank. That's too far away to kill. Thought there was a little path over here we could take.
Make sure that the
Oh, I see. It's not a tunnel. It's a route that your tank can't drive on.
We can do this.
Here.
I don't really know what these are for. I guess there's not a whole lot of overhangs. So yeah, this is thin ice that we can't really take the tanks on. Probably our best strategy, I don't know if he'll do it, but is to get the tanks to drive on the thin ice and then we blow it up. Honestly, I don't even know where to go. There's a lot of tanks this way guarding. I guess we could go up this way.
Here I go.
Maybe?
We can't let them reach the capital. This ends here.
Stay focused.
Come on!
That problem's out of the way.
That was wonderful. Enough.
I mean, I could start trying to snipe enemy units. I would also like to go for their base camps, but their good units are near it, so what I might end up waiting for them to move away from the base camp and then taking this small group of people down over here, capturing this, and maybe we could take them out from behind? I don't know. It does appear like there's, obviously the main routes on the map, but there's sort of back routes we can take as well. I'm not exactly sure what that does for us. This map is very convoluted looking. We obviously want to leave enough people on base camp so it doesn't get captured. But beyond that, I don't really have any good plans.
Now advancing.
Let's take out a couple units with Kai, I guess. Oh wait, he's crouching. That's not going to work.
There.
should make things a little easier.
There's a grenadier over there too. Is he crouching?
Moving out.
Or is he just set up in position to attack? Yeah, he's not crouching. Let's see if we can get rid of him before he becomes a problem.
Fire!
They're good.
Okay. So you can sort of hide a unit in here. I guess that's probably enough of an overhang to keep them from getting hit.
For victory!
I don't know. I'm feeling this way. I'm feeling this way for some reason, like I should clear this out and maybe this will be helpful.
There!
Incoming!
There!
Now here's the question. Is it localized? Like, if I blow this guy up, am I gonna lose the whole shelf or what?
Have you!
Let's find out.
Incoming!
Well, that didn't blow up like I thought it would. Is this not considered weak ice? I guess it's not. Maybe this is considered weak ice, but this isn't.
Victory! Federation. Now! How was that?
This is another one of these missions that I feel like is not straightforward, and I'm probably gonna lose it first try.
Let's break through their line!
So you know what? I'm gonna let them have their turn and see what they do.